My high school coach told me I'd never play at the college level, and I played 4 years on a Division I scholarship. My father kept the letter in a frame above the fireplace. Not a championship trophy, not a plaque, a single letter printed on university letterhead offering me a full athletic scholarship to play Division I basketball. He framed it the same week it arrived and never moved it once. Every Christmas, every birthday, every time someone came over who hadn't heard the story, he pointed at it like it was evidence of something. Maybe it was. But before that letter, there was Coach Briggs. I was 16 when I first understood that an adult in authority could be completely devastatingly wrong about you and say it to your face like they were doing you a favor. Coach Briggs ran the varsity basketball program at Westfield High the way a man runs something he's been doing too long without anyone questioning him. He had a system. His system produced a certain kind of player. Fast, aggressive, loud, the kind of talent that announced itself the moment it walked in the gym. He loved those kids, coached them up, started them early, talked about them to the local sports writers who covered high school ball in our county. I was not one of those kids. I was quiet. I was a late developer physically, still waiting on my body at 16 while other guys were already shaving. My handles were good but not flashy. My court vision was something I couldn't explain to anyone because I'd never had the words for it yet. I just saw things before they happened, passes before the lane opened, screens before they were set. I lived 2 seconds ahead of the play, and I didn't know yet that was rare. Briggs didn't see any of that. Junior year, after a practice where I'd had what I thought was a strong showing, 8 assists in a scrimmage, not 1 turnover. He called me into his office. I remember the room smelled like old rubber and coffee. He leaned back in his chair and said very calmly, "I'm going to be honest with you because I think you deserve honesty. You are not a college-level player. You don't have the athleticism. You don't have the physical profile. I'd hate for you to spend your senior year chasing something that isn't going to happen and miss out on focusing on life after high school." He said it like he was reading from a manual on how to be reasonable. I walked home that day and didn't talk to anyone for 4 hours. My older brother Nate found me in the backyard shooting free throws in the dark. He didn't say anything inspirational. He just rebounded for me until I was ready to go inside. That was enough. What happened next wasn't a movie montage. There was no single moment of explosive transformation. What happened was quieter and harder than that. I got a new trainer, a guy named Coach Whitfield, who ran sessions out of a church gym on weekends and had trained 2 players who'd gone on to Division II programs. He watched me for 15 minutes the first day and said, "I see exactly what you are. Let's build the rest around it." He saw the vision before I could name it. Over 2 years, my body finally caught up. I grew 2 inches. I added strength without losing quickness. My game, which was already cerebral, became something else, something that college scouts who came to our games started writing down on their clipboards and circling. 3 programs contacted me before the end of my senior season. One of them was Harrington University, Division I, full scholarship. I signed in April. The moment I want to tell you about, though, is smaller than that. It's the away game senior year, last regular season game, where Coach Briggs' team played against the school where Coach Whitfield had started an assistant position. Briggs was in the stands, watching. Someone must have told him. I had 22 points, 11 assists, and 0 turnovers that night. I didn't look at him, not once. I made a decision a long time before that game that the best response to someone's doubt is never confrontation. It's just evidence. Quiet, undeniable, piling up over time, like interest in an account they never knew you were building. My dad framed the letter the day it came. I think he understood, before I fully did, that it wasn't just an offer to play basketball. It was proof that the people who decide your ceiling are usually just describing their own